Alrighty, guys, I'm back. I'm about to rant again because um, the Grammys were 2 days ago, and I have to get this off my chest. I just have to say this. It's been lingering throughout my mind, and I have to get off my chest right now, okay? Look, I understand that Cowboy Carter was a good album. It was. It was Beyonce taking a new step in a new direction, experimenting with a new genre. It was great. I completely support it for the music industry, and it was a good album. But the thing is, though, man, you cannot tell me that album was better than Brat. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't tell me that album was better than Brat. Brat is a quite literal 10 out of 10 masterpiece with nothing wrong with it. I mean, literally nothing wrong with it. I mean, think about this. Truly think about this for a second. Like, how can you sit there at the Grammys and say to yourself, yeah, Cowboy Carter, this is definitely a better album than Brat? You can't. You honestly can't. I mean, Brat has so many bangers, 15 bangers that are all just high end throwback disco club bangers that are super iconic in terms of the sound. It feels like we're going back in time to listen to that 90s French disco. I mean, it's incredible. There's no way that throwback vibe is outplayed or outdone by Cowboy Carter. It's just not. I'm sorry to all of my Beyonce fans. I love Beyonce. She's had some amazing projects over the years and throughout her career, but this album does not top Brat. It does not. 360 obviously is an incredible song, incredible track. Should have been. I mean, more widely considered as the record of the year. But shout out to Kendrick, he definitely deserved that 100% for the Drake diss song. But with that being said, 360 incredible track. But the thing is there's just no possible way that if you're listening to Brad 15 tracks all the way through, there's no way that you're not listening and saying this is the greatest dance album I may have ever heard. Not just 2024, but maybe ever. Truly, I mean, like this album turns you into. I mean, this album just makes me want to hop in the club and just start absolutely just. You know what I mean? Like, how can people say that this is not the great best album of the year? I just don't understand that. And personally, with all the hate that's coming to from rappers and artists kind of going back and taking some of that old school 90s early 2000s sound and now bringing it back in today's music, I see no problem with it. I think it's a perfect way to just kind of like remember the past while also having a new twist and creating something new that's going to last in the future, right? That's why I feel like Jello's song, right? Everybody's saying like this is in 2005, this is in 2005 rap, I like that style. I like that flow. I like that beat. I like how that song sounds, man. It's just good. It's just nice, bro. And it's almost the same thing with the Charlie XCX album. Like this album takes you back to kind of those early 2090s era type dance songs that you'd hear on like her music is timeless. You can imagine hearing that in like DDR way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like Dance Dance Revolution at the arcade. You got just you know what I'm saying, playing. It's a perfect just kind of nostalgic feeling that you get from listening to her music. That album specifically, and just a nice also new futuristic type sound as well. It's just so unique, and that's why I just can't see how Cowboy Carter beats this album out for album of the year. And what I truly love about her music as well is that it just all of her songs, they push a lot of boundaries ever since her Vroom Vroom EP from 2016. Like she's always pushed boundaries and made groovy sounds that are just so unique that I mean you just can't help but love, right? And in this album is no different. Brat is an album where she talks a lot about a lot of different things, and these tracks go from like being very serious to just very, I'm partying every day 365 type vibes that are just super super relatable. And this kind of society today where we have a lot of people, a lot of adolescents through college and beyond that love to party. So it caters to every audience, really, if you think about it. And it's a very bold step for pop music, which it takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of heart to be able to say, I'm going to release something that is not what anybody has ever heard before, but also at the same time, it's what I want to do, and it's not what anybody else wants me to do. So it's just like this is an album where she completely realizes her own unique ability and uses that to the fullest to create an absolute masterpiece. 10 out of 10 album. um, Everything is Romantic is probably one of the hardest songs I may have ever heard in my entire 26 years of life. And 360 obviously is just an absolute incredible track as well. Talk is good. Club Classics is a really good one too. They're all so good, man. This album is so good, and I just was very surprised to not see it win Album of the Year, honestly. And like the song Rewind, for example, like this just song just popped in my head, but like this song takes it back to like she's talking about how she misses her life that she had before she blew up, before she had all this fame. And like they have these really, she has these super nice choruses on the track that are just super smooth and that deliver kind of in a way that's so soothing to the ear. And it almost sounds like she's kind of like going through her own kind of like internal conflict. And she's just kind of like, I guess journaling down kind of her own experiences almost. That's kind of what I envision, right? When you listen to that song. So it's just, she has so much flavor, so much depth to the music that she's putting out. And I can't believe it, bro. So this is just an incredible record that has so much versatility. I mean, so much versatility. Like I bump this in the gym. I bump this in the car where I'm driving somewhere. I'm bumping this when I'm about to go have a couple drinks at the bar with a couple friends. Like you can bump this in the club. You can bump this when you're having a kickback with the homies. You can bump this in any situation really. And it just gets you in that upbeat, energized feel. But yeah, nowhere in this album does the momentum or the vibes ever let up. I mean, it just goes track to track of just straight up tempo banger, 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 back to back to back. Like they just didn't stop. Like this track list, I'm telling you, is a legit 15 for 15. Oh, and one last piece that I completely forgot to touch on that is extremely important to the success of this album that I wanted to talk about is the production. The production is unreal. The use of different synths, the use of piano chords is just unmatched in terms of quality. But I'm not hating on Cowboy Carter. That was a good album too. There are a few good songs on there. I like the song with Miley Cyrus, and I listened to it a few times and didn't really get the juices flowing inside me, kind of like how Brat did. But good album nonetheless. Happy for Beyonce for kind of stepping out and experimenting to the countryside of things. But yeah. But, I'm saying this as a hip hop fan first and everything else slightly after that. This is the best album of the year. Hip hop, pop, doesn't matter. It's best album of the year. And it is what it is, truly. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of who should have won, who shouldn't have won, etc. I'm curious to see what you guys think about all the Grammy Awards and the winners. So let me know in the comments below. And I got new videos coming out soon. Reactions, podcast episodes, more videos talking about the trending topics, all of those. So make sure you subscribe if you guys liked the video and you want to see more content. And I will catch you on the next one. Peace.